On today's show, we get up close and personal with some of the USA's most beautiful homes. We're teaming up with Malibu realtor Madison Hildebrand to see his hottest listings. Madison stars in the Bravo television series $1 Million Listing Los Angeles, and today he's going to show us 3 of his best homes. The first is a mountaintop architectural gem that you may recognize. It served as the backdrop for multiple movies and TV shows. We then see this contemporary home with breathtaking views over the Pacific Palisades. And for some Malibu magic, Madison takes us inside this stunning executive residence with everything money could buy. Well, hello, Madison.
How are you?
Very nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Welcome. We have a big day.
We have a big day.
We do.
We're going to see 3 houses today. Oh my goodness, this one here is just amazing. If this is what we're going to be seeing today,
my God. I sliced up a nice variety, but today we're seeing everything that is an architecturally renowned home.
Okay.
And different price tags, different areas, so.
Well, this is just amazing. I mean, the location, I mean, we're in the Malibu Mountains, would you call it here, or?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, we are.
And this is just really, and I mean this in every sense of the word, out of this world.
It's otherworldly. That is it. And although it's so immersed in nature because of all the glass and the way the home is designed, you'll see when we get inside that you don't feel cold and sterile.
Okay.
You do feel very much connected to the 16 acres that this property has surrounding it.
And there's some art here as well, which is really great because it's almost got a gallery kind of entrance about it, right?
It does. And before we go in, I will tell you that this is a world-renowned architect, Ed Niles.
Okay.
And if you look him up, he has built things all over the world, and he has a very similar style. You will find it to look a lot like this.
Okay.
However, this is one of his probably most special properties, and the location is probably everything to do with that.
Oh, wow. This is just literally beautiful and out of this world.
Isn't this?
And it is really interesting how high it is, and, and how long, and the scope of it is just really beautiful.
It is, and there's a couple secrets here and there, but for the most part, there's, again, a lot of indoor-outdoor living in this home, and probably like the homes you've seen around Southern California. This is what we do.
Yeah.
So you'll see patios, and the pool here is probably one of the favorite features of mine.
I want to live here. I mean, it's just such a great place to live.
Well, this is only the first house. You might change your mind.
Okay, well, so far, this is my favorite.
All right.
Okay, where to next?
You want to see the kitchen next?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, so we've got this big great room with the dining room.
Yep.
You can see they brought in a lot of the steel.
And yeah, this is really shiny. Like, I mean, that's stainless steel.
It's stainless steel, it is, and very little treatment on the exterior of the home as well. They said they really don't do very much to it at all. So this is the kitchen. They've chosen black, and you know, this home was built, they've been here for, I think it's been about 15 years.
Okay.
So it's kind of timeless.
It is, really is.
However, you could do some things with it if you really wanted to, but for the most part, it's very sexy and very cool the way it is. You've got a little fireplace here.
Yep.
For your informal eating.
For me to purchase this home, one of the first things I would love to do is bring in amazing sculptural arts pieces and furniture.
There is an amazing piece at the end of the master called Infinity, and it overlooks the ocean, and that's where I think I should take you next.
Let's go.
All right, follow me this way. Then what you can see here is the master bedroom. You've got this amazing view of what probably Malibu is one of my favorite views ever.
This is just really out of this world. I feel like, you know, when you go to an art museum.
Yes, I know.
And it's kind of like you got art everywhere. This is incredible.
Isn't this something else? And then this is the end of the Santa Monica mountain range, and there's incredible hiking out here. And I just love that this piece is called Infinity.
Yeah.
There's a stone held up in the middle between the two rings, and then there's your ocean out there, and you get beautiful sunsets.
There's some wineries down there as well, I can see.
Yes, there are. This is a little bit of wine country out here.
Does this stay with the home?
This would stay with the home, unless you're really strong.
Okay, then you can actually lift it out, of course. You talked about the pool. Can we see that?
Oh, we have to see the pool. Yes, let's go.
Oh, this is great. I love the contrast of the green grass.
It's fantastic.
Right.
I love that look when you have natural grass and then just a nice stone hedge in the pool. And I love how it sits on the hillside. You've got your little lounge chairs there. I mean, that's your view this way.
Yeah.
And that's not so bad either.
Okay. That is, you really get to see the home here.
Isn't this cool how they did the grass slope up to the house?
Yeah, it really is actually quite clever.
Very unique.
And the gardener has got his work cut out for him as well.
That's when you bring in the goats.
Yeah. And it's gone in like no time at all, right?
Yeah, you rent them for about 2 days.
That's great. I can see why the world's top brands want to put their brand here next to that.
Yes.
Because it just makes their brand look so good. Wow.
Who do you think the buyer might be for this?
I think it's someone who's very smart.
Well, there you go. Anyone who's listening out there.
Well, we haven't got the price yet, which we probably should do now, actually. What's it going to cost us to purchase this house?
This home is actually a really good deal at $7,488,000.
And how much land do you have here?
You are about 16 acres, and that means you don't have any neighbors. And you sit up here higher than anyone else, so it really is that private.
Well, I think this is a wonderful home, and I really don't think I can't see how we can expand on that. But let's give it a try. Where are we going next?
Well, we are headed to the Pacific Palisades.
Okay.
And there we will see another, actually, world-famous architectural home.
Okay.
So we'll give what we can a run for its money, but we're gonna have a good day no matter what.
Let's do it.
All right.
Well, good to see you
Hello.
again.
Are you ready for another great tour?
I think I am. I mean, the last one was pretty impressive.
It was.
But this is a modern one as well.
This is definitely modern, and world-renowned, award-winning architect Stephen Canner, commissioned by my client, completed in 2012. Everything in here is exciting.
It sounds amazing. Can we get inside and check it out?
Luckily, I have the keys.
Okay.
Let's go on in. What interesting design though, right?
Yeah, I love it.
It's really got a use of a lot of different elements, but they're blended together so well.
Yeah, oh my gosh, I love this kind of, is that timber, like a wooden carve?
It's a hand-carved door. It weighs about 600 pounds.
Oh wow.
It's pretty impressive.
It's just amazing.
But it's about 5 inches, 6 inches wide too.
So, I mean, already, I'm in here already, okay? I can tell what this is all about. This is about art.
It is.
These are people who obviously love art. They've chosen an architect that is world-renowned.
Yes.
Great cutting edge. I can already tell who the owners are.
The use of light and the use of materials and the attention to detail. You'll see how many, this is a floating art wall, for example, uplit from behind. You've got all sorts of art niches, but also just everything about it, even the pieces of wood and the materials chosen. This is an ethanol lit fireplace.
Oh, that's gonna be so cool.
So it's just when you're really entertaining, it's a formal attire or a fair. This is kind of, you know, the land, fire, and then we'll see the water.
If I was to purchase this house, I'd be really excited about it because I have an opportunity to really, even if I didn't love art, to really kind of think, okay, I can play with this. There's a blank canvas here.
Sure, I mean, you can see that he built the art tracks so the little wheel can actually be installed and the art can hang as if it was a museum.
That would be exciting for anybody.
It would.
Anybody.
You could adorn your own walls and
because you've got a modern blank canvas and some texture in the doors and things, you could do anything with this.
Yes, white porcelain floors, and you can make the walls pop with the art. We have the big reveal upstairs, but downstairs is a guest suite, a media room, the gym, laundry, and garage. And then you've got kind of a welcome lobby area with a bar and whatnot. But this is, you know, the landing area. But when we go upstairs, that's where you really would entertain and live, and you'll see why.
Well, you keep saying upstairs and upstairs. I think we better get up there then.
We shall. It is so exciting and it's breathtaking, so be ready.
Okay. love what's going on here with these windows.
That's what I'm saying. The light throughout and the way you see it integrated using the other elements of construction, but it is not cheap to make a triangular window that angles down the house and cuts back up into the room in the back, which we'll see.
All right.
Ready?
Yes, I think I am. Oh my gosh.
So
That
this is
spectacular.
so unexpected, right?
Wow, because you kind of don't know, you don't see the view until when you're coming up to the
Not at
house.
all, and it's got that big reveal, which is what I was saying.
Just-
Master being flanked over here off the corner.
Yep.
He built the home to be very eco-friendly, so we have solar on the roof.
Yep.
Powers about half of the home. We've got rice husk instead of wood decking.
A younger person, I guess, is going to love this.
Yes, I mean, or this is a family. I mean, it really can suit anyone.
Okay.
It really can, but I agree. I do see someone that wants to entertain and has got a lot of fun.
Yeah, and conscientious too, because I mean,
Yes.
these are elements that people will avoid buying certain types of homes because they don't look after the environment, right?
Correct, and he really wanted to do as much as he could for that. All of this open space, which is so great, are hike trails, and you can access it right off the back of your property.
So pretty much, I could, if I buy this, I can own Will Rogers National Park, really, because that's my.
It's your neighbor.
I'm going to claim that as mine.
It's your neighbor.
I'm fascinated with waking up here.
Oh,
I
you
think
must see this.
This is great. So these windows just open the whole.
The most
Master
corners
bedroom.
actually open, yes, and then you have the sheer drapes and the blackout shades, and you have a fireplace.
And you have a view of the national park.
You do.
And then you can still see the
Absolutely.
water. It's just
and you
really
get all
is.
of the mountains and the rest of the city lights as
Oh my
well.
gosh.
So it's what we call an active nighttime view.
So I mean, you're one of the stars of $1 Million Listing LA on Bravo TV.
That's right.
And you see a lot of these houses. Do you ever get tired of just seeing luxury after luxury?
No, I don't. I love what I do. I mean, if it's not luxury and it's one of those really tired properties, there's still opportunity and there's still,
Okay.
if as long as the seller is an amazing person and they're willing to work and want to make the most money when I sell it, then it's a bit of a project. But
Okay.
you know, it's LA, so everything has a little bit of history.
Okay.
And everything has a story, and most of the people are pretty interesting. So
Yeah.
at the end of the day, the job is pretty exciting.
Okay, coming up after the break, we continue this tour of this magnificent house. Well, welcome back. We continue the tour of this magnificent house. So let's go and check out this kitchen again.
Yes, we did blow past the kitchen,
Yeah.
and it's absolutely worth seeing and spending some time in. So what's great about this kitchen is, I mean, well, the Germans do it right. I can tell you that much for sure.
They so do.
And
just
so,
like their cars.
You're right. So this is a perfect blend of the 3 German brands: Bulltop, Gaggenau, and Miele.
Okay.
But again, even with the design, there's little things like
wow,
this,
that's
which are
clever.
just great for function. All your appliances don't need to be out,
Okay.
but you need access to them.
This is an interesting product. This is, it looks like
This
almost
is a custom thin piece of the Bulltop countertop.
This is great because this is
It's-
almost indestructible.
It is, and hot surfaces, cold surfaces, doesn't stain.
Yep.
All the self-closing drawers.
Just perfect.
It's just one of those really functional kitchens.
Yep.
And what's great is you're opened up to the rest of the living space.
And if you're cooking here, you can see the view. In fact, we didn't actually look at this in any detail before because we kind of looked at the view, and I kind of
yeah,
missed
I know,
it.
the view always does that.
It does, doesn't it? It kind of steals you from the details of the home.
Supposed to.
This is really, really clever.
This is another amazing feature where they have integrated a lot of the warm elements into a very modern home where you've got steel and glass is the majority of the materials used, but then brought in a lot of very dark, very warm woods.
Love it.
And what's nice is you can see that there's pieces that are missing, that are recessed, and that's to capture the light. So the light is actually hidden.
Wow.
So when you come into this room at the evening, you see the light, but you don't see
It's
where
not
it's
hitting
coming
your
from.
eyes. I love that idea.
It's a really subdued and thoughtful, deliberate way of doing things.
The architect is really fantastic. Well, I guess the question remains, I guess, is can we afford it? What's it going to cost me?
Do you want to guess?
I'm thinking in the 20s, obviously, in the 20 millions. I'm going to say probably mid-20s.
Well, then you struck yourself a bargain. So the home is just under 6,000 square feet.
Yep.
And it is a 2012. It is an architectural home by, as I said, an award-winning architect, Stephen Canner, but it's listed at $8.2 million.
$8 million.
That's right.
That is just so reasonable.
It's a bargain compared to the price you just gave me, which is fantastic.
Okay,
no,
so
it really is. To rebuild this today, I would imagine would be millions and millions, and then you have to buy the dirt, you have to tear down whatever's there. And this owner chose this lot specifically because it was elevated above anything else on the street, and where you could build the house stuck out further so you capture most of the coastline.
That's great. I mean,
everything was strategic.
I mean, really, you don't have a house. I haven't been to a house where you've got the views and a national park next door.
Right.
I mean, forget about how wonderful the house is.
And proximity to the ocean. The home is fully functioning, and it's one of those that you just don't have to leave.
It's just great. There's nothing you need to do here either. This is done.
And you can buy it furnished. The owner would sell it furnished for a separate price, but most of the furniture is custom for the home. So why not?
Yeah. Okay.
Turn the key.
I'm down.
Is that what they say?
Okay. Tomorrow we have another house, and we're heading out to Malibu.
We are headed to Malibu. We're going to see something completely different. Actually, priced closer to $20 million.
Okay.
It is a Spanish estate on an acre, so it's a compound on an ocean top bluff overlooking an amazing beach.
Sounds fantastic.
And it's a different product, but a beautiful home.
Okay, so that's coming up after the break. I can already tell this is very different from what we've seen, right?
It is what we would call a classic Spanish estate.
Okay.
So this is a California classic Spanish estate on an acre. So it's a compound in itself.
Okay.
And it's very private and a very exclusive area.
I need a little bit of, if I'm going to spend some money, I need a house that has a lot of luxury, but I want views. Can you give me views today?
This, we're gonna see some of the best views. Whitewater views, you get extra points for, because that means you see the waves crashing.
Okay.
Not just blue. So this, we're gonna see the surfers crashing on the waves.
I can see it.
You can hear the waves.
Here. That is just
It's the main
so
focal
special.
point.
That is amazing. I haven't seen the house yet.
No, nobody does until you walk outside, and there's an infinity pool which spills right into the Pacific.
That is just so special. I mean, I kind of want to just go straight there, but before we do that, my gosh, this house is really stunning. And I can tell, I mean, I don't love Spanish, but I do love this because it's pulled back a bit, isn't it? It's not over the top.
It's been a trend, I think, that's happening. Most people are done with the really heavy Spanish. So what we're seeing is a contemporary version of the Spanish estate.
Yeah.
So you have the Venetian plaster walls, you have clean light fixtures.
Love it. All right, let's check it out, shall we?
All right, yes, please.
Wow. This is such a beautiful kitchen.
Isn't this great for open
I love
entertainment?
this.
It almost feels like a hotel. But it is
does.
comfortable.
This is like a foyer of a hotel.
It is.
Do you know what? I mean, this is styled so well as well. I mean, do you get involved when it comes to styling?
I do, on occasion. I mean, I particularly enjoy the styling side of things. So if I walk into a house and it's lacking, and we're gonna go to the market, yes, we definitely get involved.
I heard the waves crashing.
That's right.
But we're not really that close to the ocean, but I can hear them. I can hear it.
That's the best part. Is we sit up at this pinnacle of this kind of hilltop, and it just gives you that advantage where you really get to interact with the ocean.
Yeah, no, it's beautiful. So I mean, this is just done so well, and it's not gaudy. You know that you know sometimes you can walk into a luxury. Yeah.
Yes.
You can walk to a luxury house and it's like, oh no, this is so. It could have been so beautiful. This is just perfect.
It's very classic and it's very well done. You've got the sunken bar with the disappearing doors and windows there as well. Everything is really designed to be an entertainer's place.
Okay.
You've got dual master suites on either side flanking the ocean main views, and then you've got three other suites, all en suite, seven total bathrooms.
So how many bedrooms is there all total?
5.
Beautiful.
All en suite,
Yep.
and then 2 extra bathrooms, plus a media room, plus an office.
Great.
So it's got a nice amount of space, just about 7,200 square feet.
Well, I mean, it's so relaxed as well. I mean, this is an ideal place to come away and get away from it all, hear the ocean, entertain if you want to.
Yes.
It is so beautiful. And that kitchen is really not only just practical, I mean, my goodness, that's massive.
It is, it is. Everything's massive, so it's quite hard to see the scale of things, but it's a single story home also, which is very nice and rare, but a home of this size, single story, means, you know, it's really nicely spread out.
Yep.
You know, the architect is an AIA world-renowned Barry Burgess is his name.
Okay.
So, you know, every little detail was thought about.
Okay.
by
It
professional.
really is. You know, it's kind of almost like got a Montecito element to
Correct.
as well, right?
Right, I would agree.
Yeah, because when you walk through the some of the hallways, you
Yes.
kind of there's a sense of occasion when you're walking down the hallways, and it's taking you somewhere. But
I
the
like
journey's
that.
just as nice, right?
A sensitive occasion, yes. And they kept the archway, so you still do have that Spanish traditional feel,
Yep.
but you can see it's much more clean. And
It's just
this is
great.
another popular thing where people are putting their wine and alcohol on display.
On display,
Yeah.
because if you're going to spend all that money, why hide it, right?
Well, it just keeps you thirsty.
That's so true.
So I'm being pulled out this way now. Do you want to
all
go
right,
there?
let's do it. Okay, come on.
It's the infinity pool and the Pacific that are so great.
Oh my
Can you
gosh,
try-
this is beautiful.
Isn't this?
Oh, Madison. I mean, is your house like this?
It's not yet.
This is so wonderful.
Isn't this nice? And so there's the whitewater views I'm talking about. You'll see the dolphins going by. You'll see the whales. I mean, this is probably one of the cleanest beaches in Malibu because we're in North Malibu.
Okay.
So you get sunsets and sunrises, sunrises
all
and
happening
sunsets
right
all
here.
over
Oh
Malibu,
my
over the
gosh.
ocean.
Madison,
And one
this is
feature I
so
must show you
Yep.
is a lot of our buyers really don't go down to the beach.
Yep.
They really don't.
Okay. Because
So we brought the
why
beach
would you when you got it
up
here, right?
So there's their own private beach.
Oh
You
my
take some
gosh.
steps down, and then they brought in the sand.
Oh my
and
gosh.
you have your own little landscape where the kids can play and build sand castles.
Wow.
And really the beach is your backyard.
It right is here.
It is.
All right, Madison, love it. We want to buy it. Can we afford it?
Well, everyone has a different bank account, right?
Okay.
So the price here is $16,550,000. So
that is fantastic.
it is.
And what a wonderful way to finish the program.
Thank
Thanks
you.
so much for showing us around. It was great to spend some time with you.
Absolutely. Thank you for hanging out and seeing Malibu. And don't forget your checkbook next time. All right?
Shall do. Well, I hope you've enjoyed peeking into the lives of the super rich. Join us next time as we reveal the world's most luxurious homes.